Hello everyone, my name is Sabrina Melodious. Welcome to my channel. Yes, seems I am recording again. I do apologize everyone. I did have to take an extended break, and even though I have started recording again, I am not fully back just yet. I will record things very soon. I have new materials. What I mean by that is I have a few patterns that I have to type up and publish. Also, I would like to do some tutorials, knitting and crochet, and I do have quite a lot of plans actually, and I will do that very, very soon, I promise. So anyway, I do apologize for being this absent and is in some ways quite neglectful of other content creators as well. I have not been watching very much of YouTube videos. I've completely stayed off everything. I just really, really needed to uh, stay off everything. Okay, but today I am doing a top 20 songs. Yes, I have been tagged twice. Can you believe it? Yes. The first time I was tagged, it was by beautiful Sam, a beautiful friend at Memphis Makes. So if you don't know Sam, please check her out. She is such a lovely person, and I honestly just cherish her friendship so much. And you know it, don't you? Yes, I think you do. So Sam has tagged me, and I was tagged by another beautiful friend, which is Anita, and her name channel is very long. It is Queen Mama's Hillbilly House with Anita. I love Anita so much, and I have quite a lot in common with Anita as well. So these two ladies are just beautiful friends of mine, and I will put the links to their channels in the description box below. So, what is the top 20 songs about? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I don't even know who started it either. I don't know, but it sounded like fun, and let's take part in it, shall we? So, it took me a very long time to narrow it down to 20 songs. I've struggled with it so much. And in fact, I've even sneaked in an extra song. So I've got 21 songs in a playlist, which I will link in the description box below. Now I want to start off right away by saying in my top 20 songs, or 21, shall I say, there's one person I would have loved to mention, my biggest inspiration and a wonderful person in my life. But I want to wait for another special video, and I want to talk about my beautiful granddad. So I will talk about him at some point and share a couple of songs that I managed to retrieve from an archive, and so you can hear his songs and his most amazing voice. But for now, top 20 songs. Are you looking forward to it? I know I am. It really was a struggle to come up with the 20 songs, but I did it, I think. Here's my list. Yeah, so, and before I start, we all know that I am French, but we've had no real evidence of that, shall we say, because my videos are in English mostly, and I don't really do any videos in French, so do not be shocked. But a half of the songs that you will hear about right now are from France. I have to say it outright. So if you want to skip those, that's okay. But I think it's really nice to bringing them out for you to hear about them and maybe enjoy. Okay, so well, let's start. Each song has a very special meaning in my heart, and the first song, I could just not mention it, if that makes sense, because it means a whole lot to me, and it will mean a whole lot to a lot of people out there. Quite a few years ago now, I lost my best friend and my soulmate, and every day I think about him. Now, the song I'm going to mention was played at his funeral, and it's a song I could never listen to after. It just destroyed me completely. If I was in a store doing some shopping and everything was in my trolley or basket, if the song came on, I'd have to dump the whole lot and leave because I'd be in tears. So, but recently I got a phone call from my eldest boy, and he was in his car and he pulled up on the side because I had to ask him something. But he said to me, "Mom, you will never guess who died." So I said, "I don't know, darling, who died?" And he said, "This death was announced less than an hour ago, and he wanted to make sure he told me himself before I learned about it through the media." And he said, "Mom, Sinead OConnor has died." And my reaction was, "No way! What happened?" And he said, "Well, that we don't know yet." But so it was very fresh at the time, less than an hour that it was announced on the radio, and he told me. And I am still reeling in shock. So the first song is, I'm going to try and do the first line. You will know the song immediately. And it is, it's been 7 hours and 15 days. Yes, it's Nothing Compares to You. I am not a singer. I cannot sing for my life. But I wanted to give a little tribute to Sinead OConnor and my best friend and soulmate as well. So that was song number 1. Okay, so the next 10 songs are going to be French based. I do apologize, but I hope you will enjoy. Maybe discover some new people that you've never heard of, and some you will have heard of them, I hope. But here is song number 2, and it comes from one of my favorite French groups called Lirita Mitsuko. Now, this one is special in my heart because my mother and I love this group, both of us equally as much. And she wanted to send me a gift and said, "What would you like me to send you?" And I said, "I haven't heard anything from Lirita Mitsuko in years. Could you send me their latest CD?" She said, "Yes, of course." And then she sent me a note with it and said, "Sabrina, when you listen to this CD, listen to this song in particular and call me, tell me what you think." So I listened to the song, and I wasn't too taken with it at first. I thought, "Oh, okay." But when I called her, she sang a little bit to it to me. And she said, même si tout s'effondrait, je serai près de toi, même si. So this song is called Même si, and it means and if. And basically this song says, she says, even if everything disappears, even if things happen in life, I will always be here and I will always love you. And this song, especially recently, has taken a whole new meaning to me with my mother, which I will talk about in a other video. But Yes, I'm afraid that has to bring tears, but not for long. Um, but it is a beautiful song. I urge you to listen to it. It's beautiful. And if you can find the translation, if not, I will be happy to send them to you. But it's a beautiful song. Même si. Okay, so I just realized as I was recording all these songs that I forgot to add a song here that's supposed to be number 3, and I completely forgot to add it. So I'm going to add it here. I'm going to sandwich in between the other songs, and that is called Je suis venu te dire que je m'en vais. Now that is a live performance from Catherine Ringer, which is from Lirita Mitsuko, but it is an original song by Serge Gainsbourg. And when she sang this song live on stage, it was a tribute to Serge Gainsbourg, which is truly, truly beautiful. Just the way she sings with her heart and soul, and you can feel it. And the song is beautiful and has a huge meaning. This song is essentially about heartbreak. Yes, someone who's breaking up with someone and tells them why. And it's beautiful. And how does it go again? It goes, oh, it's Je suis venu te dire que je m'en vais. Et tes larmes n'y pourront rien changer. That means I have come to tell you that I'm leaving, and all your tears will not change anything. I think that says it all. Nothing the song ends with Je suis venu te dire que je m'en vais, car tu ne m'en as trop fait, which means because you did too much. So I do recommend this song, and it will be in my playlist. And she has an what do you call outstanding ovation. Everyone just loved that so much. So yes, je suis venue te dire que je m'en vais. Song number 4, can you believe it? Yes, I have chosen another song from Lirita Mitsuko, and I listened to that song many years ago when I was a teenager, and this song came out and everybody just went wild for it. The video is so much fun. You see them with Mexican hats and the maracas and other people in different costumes dancing, having fun. It's such a joyful song. But how incredible that nobody knew at the time that Catherine is a singer of Lirita Mitsuko, has written this song about her best friend who had just died from cancer. And in fact, she does state that in the song, but she made it a joyful occasion, and she's talking about her best friend, and the song is called Marcia Baila, and this is the name of her friend. Marcia was the name of her friend, and it is a truly touching song in it, and she says, c'est la mort qui t'a assassiné, Marcia, c'est la mort qui t'a consumé, Marcia. C'est le cancer que tu as pris sous ton bras. It is beautiful and joyful, and it's incredible when you think about it, the irony of it, because it's talking about something really sad, but she is making it a very uplifting song, and her friend, how she fought it, and strong character, and all this is coming through. So that has to be my number 4. Song number 5, it is still by Lirita Mitsuko, and one of my favorite songs is Connaissez-vous la chanteuse sorcière? celle qui vit fondre un cœur de fer. Yes, it is called La Sorcière et l'Inquisiteur. This is a song that is storytelling. And the story starts with someone narrating that you will meet a beautiful witch in the forest who likes to be in the nude at night, but likes to take care of people and cure them. She takes care of nature, the flower, the animals, trees, and she's there and she's beautiful, enchanting the whole world. And then suddenly someone is denouncing her as a witch. So she will be executed by the executor. So they are taking her to the executor. And what does she do? If she is a witch, then she's not going to die. But if isn't a witch, she is going to. So she's got to try and plead her case, and it's very slowly but surely. She enchants the executor, and she is talking to him in a very stern way, but she is also at times very gentle. Then she goes back to anger, and at the end, undeniably, the executor is completely in love with the witch. How does it end? They are leaving this to our imagination. So sometimes people have music videos, but I prefer the live version a whole lot better. So in the playlist, you will find at number 5, La Sorcière et l'Inquisiteur. It is a live version, and it's wonderful to see the audience take part and how much people are in the crowd, and it's just really lovely. So I hope you will enjoy that one. La sorcière et l'inquisiteur. Song number 6 is perhaps one of my favorite songs of all time. And the reason of this is because not only it is a beautiful love song, but my granddad used to sing it. And for me, that just brings back those days whilst I was with him, and it just my heart is full of joy, and it is by a wonderful singer. This version I will add in my playlist is a live version because once again, some people are not big fans of this person I'm going to mention, but it is important to see that this person was much loved and respected. And he was amazing with the crowds. He really interacted with them. He listened to them. And yeah, there we are. So the song is La Javanaise. That was sung way before I was born. But it is truly a classic. And it goes something like this. Ne vous déplaise en dansant la javanaise, nous aimions le temps d'une chanson. I love it. I love it. I love it. I hope you will too. It is truly, truly a masterpiece and just beautiful. Okay, so song number 7 is another song that was quite important in my life. It's by a lady called Jeanne Masse. Now, she sang this song for us ladies about ladies of all anywhere in the world and how much we are valued and in this world and how we are strong and how we make a difference. Yes, and how we support each other. And yes, so it is really important that this song is listened to. And she is such a beautiful lady. And I hope that you will enjoy her performance if you decide to listen to it and watch the video. So, Femme d'aujourd'hui is today's woman. And I think some of the song is like this. Femme qui se soutient, différente, que d'espoir sur la balance. And then the, what you call it, the chorus is, toi le symbole de toutes nos libertés, tu es la terre qui cherche sa vérité, une femme d'aujourd'hui, une femme d'aujourd'hui. It is beautiful and I highly recommend it. So please check out Les Femmes d'aujourd'hui by Jeanne Masse. Song number 8. How could I not mention this lady who was, by the way, from the same area as me in Paris? Yes, it's true. I used to walk by the bar where she first worked, singing. And also I heard from my mom that one of the flats we used to live into, we were in the same building. Not the same flat, but apparently the same building. And I remember going upstairs, the staircase was like a oval shape. That's all I remember from that building. But I do remember the bar, going past it regularly, and it's amazing. So who am I talking about? Edith Piaf, of course. And the song I have chosen for me is Tu me fais tourner la tête. Mon manège à moi, c'est toi. Je suis toujours à la fête quand tu me tiens dans tes bras. Yes, it is Mon manège à moi, and it translates as my, what do you call it again? My, oh, I don't know what you translate that. You know, you go to a fun fair and you go onto a ride that turns. That, a ride maybe? My ride is you, and you make my head spin with so much love. Yes, this is a beautiful, romantic, and fun song. Check it out, Edith Piaf. Oh, song number 9. I am going to mention this song. It's beautiful friendship between a Frenchman and an Englishman. The Frenchman is called Jean-Jacques Goldman, and the Englishman is called Michael Jones, and they came up with this song together. Now, Jean-Jacques sings the French bit, and Michael sings the English bit. And it is truly a wonderful piece of friendship, and they're both telling each other what they would do, you know, as friends, how they can prove how much they are friends to each other. So, je te donne mes notes, je te donne mes mots. Quand ta voix les emporte à ton propre tempo, une épaule fragile et solide à la fois. That's beautiful. And the English guy, I have some words here that I can share with you. He says, I can give you the force from my still stole pride, the will to go on when I'm hurt deep inside. I daren't sing more because, you know, we're not really supposed to, but it is truly a beautiful song of friendship, which I highly recommend. Number 9, Je te donne, which translates to I give you. Song number 10. Okay, now this is a song that also means a lot to me. Why? Because my mother sent me this CD of this person that I had never heard of, someone called Grégoire. And this song, I fell in love with it. It's called Toi plus moi, and it translates into you plus me. And some of the lyrics are something like this. Toi plus moi, plus tous ceux qui le veulent, plus lui, plus elle, plus tous ceux qui sont seuls, allez, venez et entrez dans ma danse. It's beautiful. It includes everyone, and it is a joyful song, and about me plus you plus him plus her and plus everyone at once. And yes, it's just amazing and unites people. You know, this is the kind of song that unites people. And I think, if I remember correctly, there was a show in France that they do on a yearly basis called Les Enfoirés. And it's a charity that was started by Coluche, a French comedian who was amazing. He also started Les Restos du Cœur, which is another charity with restaurants to feed the poor and homeless people. And this one, Les Enfoirés, is basically the same, but this is a show uh, put up by singers, actors, and so on. And so, just like some other charity songs, this became one where all these actors and singers came, and one person sang one line, then another sang another. But I'm not including this version. I'm only including Grégoire's version. It's beautiful and uniting everyone, and I love it. Yes. So I hope you will too. Song number 11 is the last French song that I am going to put in the playlist and recommend, but it is one that is so influential, so important as well, not only for singing, but poetry, because this is a very famous actor in France called Yves Montand. I'm sure you will have heard that name. If not, you will recognize his face for sure. Yves Montand, and he sang really nicely, and he did a whole CD called Yves Montand chante Jacques Prévert. Now, I'm sure you will have heard of Jacques Prévert, who was a very famous French poet, like many years ago, and wrote many, many important and famous poems. So one of those songs that Yves is singing is this one, and it's called Les Feuilles Mortes. Now, when you listen to the song, you will think, I recognize this tune. Yes, but that tune you recognize is an English song. But let me tell you, this is not the original. The original is this one here with a poem of Jacques Prévert. Now, Yves is singing that live, and when he starts, people love him so much that they keep interrupting him, and he responds. He says, "Oui, oui," and then at some point he signals, and when he starts with this, "Oh, je voudrais tant que tu te souviennes," the room goes silent, and he reads a little bit of the poem. And then he continues with some of this going like this. Tu vois, je n'ai pas oublié la chanson que tu me chantais. C'est une chanson qui nous ressemble. Moi, je t'aimais. Toi, tu m'aimais. It's beautiful. And then at the end of the song, you will see and you will hear the applaud from the crowd. And just it's just incredible just to listen to it all. And the respect that he commanded whilst he was singing, you could hear a pin drop, not a sound. And then all of a sudden, the crowd just goes ballistic. It is simply magical. Yes. So I recommend Les Feuilles Mortes, which translates as it's really about autumn leaves. You know, when the leaves are falling off the trees and they're falling onto the ground. That's what it translates to. So I hope you enjoy it. Now I'm going over back to the English songs. Yay! Okay, song number 12. Now I remember listening to this song when I was a teenager. I went to my granddad's house and I said, Granddad, listen to this song. It's new and I love it. He said, okay. And he said, what is it? I said, it's a song by Gene Pitney and Mark Almond. So he listened to the song and he said, my darling granddaughter. I said, yes. He said, this song is not new. Gene Pitney sang it on his own way before you were born. And I was, oh, okay. And he said to me, but you know what? I prefer this version because the Gene Pitney song was a lot slower, and the one with Mark Almond was a lot more upbeat. So I really, really like it, and I just really love it. In a world of my own, I once lived in a time there was peace with no trouble at all. But then you came my way. I love it. I love it. It's a beautiful song. And yes, I just love it so much. So I hope you enjoyed that one. And it's called, of course, I forgot to tell you, it's called Something's Got a Hold of My Heart. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hopefully I might go a little bit faster now. Song number 13. How could we not mention Dolly Parton? Yes, working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. I mean, it's such a beautiful song and so happy, and you just want to get up and dance, don't you? It's just one of those songs that you have to have in your playlist. Yes? So Dolly Parton, a joy, isn't she? She's just amazing, very an icon, honestly, and just beautiful heart and soul too. Oh yes, Dolly Parton. So shall we go to number 14? For me, the Jacksons were always a big part of my life. So I remember growing up listening to Don't Blame It on the Sunshine, Don't Blame It on the Moonlight, Don't Blame It on the Good Times, Blame It on the Boogie. Yes, Blame It on the Boogie. That is on my playlist number 14. Yes, and I'm so happy. So I'm going to stay with my absolute favorite singer at the moment, with Michael Jackson, who, for some of you who may not know, appeared in, like, shall we say, Black American version of The Wizard of Oz called The Wiz, with a lot of famous people, including Diana Ross, who was Dorothy. So Michael was the Scarecrow, and he had a song of his own in there called You Can't Win. You can't break even and you can't get out of the game. People keep saying things are gonna change, but they look as like they're staying the same. Yes, it's called You Can't Win. And it's beautiful. I have found the video. I will add it here. Go and see Michael dressed up as the Scarecrow. Why not? So I added a song because this is the extra one. It's supposed to be the number 21 for me, and it's from Diana Ross, and it has a very, very special meaning to me. In there, as we know, Dorothy wants to go home, and she says there is no place like home, but she does sing about home, and it touches my heart. The lyrics go straight here, because you can feel how homesick she is, just like me. I am mega, mega homesick. So the lyrics really resonate with me. I urge you to listen to it. And she says, how does it work again, this song? I don't remember just now. Think of home. When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home. I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing. It's beautiful. I really do urge you to listen to it. And the video is down here, and you can see her dressed as Dorothy. Yes, many years ago, mind. But you can see her dressed as Dorothy. Check her out. I'm getting closer to the end, everyone. Yes, number 16 is still beautiful Michael Jackson because he has written a lot of songs, as we know. I love them all, but I couldn't put them all in my playlist. I mean, there's just too many. But there's one that sticks out for me, and it is, do you remember when we fell in love? We were young and innocent then. Yes, love that song, Remember the Time. And I love the video. There's beautiful storytelling in there. And I love Eddie Murphy in there too, and the other people too, obviously. But it's just an iconic Michael Jackson video, and Michael is looking so mischievous in there. I love it, love it, love it. Remember the time. I love it so much. So, shall we go on to number 17? Number 17, I'm going to follow by a song you may not guess necessarily that I would enjoy. But believe me, in the 90s, she was one of my top singers, Mariah Carey. And this performance was live, and she was at her top as far as I'm concerned. She was truly at her best. Who could not really enjoy Vision of Love? And she just sings it so beautifully. Just really love it, love it, love it. And that goes with number 18. No, yes, number 18 is also Mariah Carey. Now that song also sang live in the same concert. And honestly, that song, when I was really low, has given me a lot of hope and courage and put me through a lot. And it's called Make It Happen. Because it's true that when you get down on your knees at night and pray to the Lord, He's going to make it happen without wanting to be religious or anything. But something gives you hope and faith, whatever it is. And that's what this song is about, you know. And so it's beautiful. And just the way she sings it is just amazing. Yes, so I recommend that. On to the next one. Now we're nearly at the end. And we're coming to the last songs now. Two songs, but I might add, what you call it, a sneaky one or two songs. We will see. So the one I selected for song number 19 is A Miracle. Yes, it's a miracle. And I love this song. It's so happy, very lot of energy, and yes, I just love it. In the video itself, you have mini Queen members. So you have two little Freddie Mercurys, I think, maybe two Brian Mays, maybe just the one, I don't remember. But the little children who play their part, they impersonate the members of Queen so well. And it's just a joy, absolute joy to watch them do their thing. And of course, then Queen does join them as well, which is just amazing. I love it. The Miracle. Song number 20, of course, it has to be Bohemian Rhapsody. Yes, it's a beautiful song, and it is a very quite lengthy one, but it's just wonderful. Who doesn't like the Bohemian Rhapsody? Especially when they do their crescendo bit. That's beautiful. But when Freddie Mercury sings on his own, when he says, is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? there's quite a lot of emotion in his voice, I think. And when he says, "Mama, I just killed a man," it's just quite touching. It's like almost like a letter to his mother, and you kind of feel like you're intruding a little bit because it feels very personal, very private. But I love it. I love it. So yes, Bohemian Rhapsody. So now I'm doing the naughty thing. I am adding an extra 2 songs. Which ones? I have to add this one. Admittedly, it's quite sad because in the video you can see that Freddie Mercury was not well, and I believe it was the last video they recorded. And but the song is beautiful, and it's still a lot of humor in it with the monkeys and everything, really. It's called "I'm Going Slightly Mad," and just his mannerisms in that song, and we know that he spent his last bit of energy into that video. And in that respect, it is quite sad, but it's a beautiful song that I urge you to listen to and watch the video. I will link it in my playlist. The last song has to be Freddie Mercury. And I can't remember her name, Montebeas or somebody like that. And they sang what they sing. They sang Barcelona, of course, Barcelona. And because Freddie Mercury did really enjoy singing opera. So when this person came along, he said, I need to sing this song with you. And she was thrilled. So I'm going to link this video in the description box below, in the the playlist that you will see in the description box. Yes. So yeah, it's a beautiful song, Freddie Mercury, and I can't remember her name now. Right, well, okay. Now I have to do the bit on who am I going to tag? Who? I don't think this video is intended to be this long, but I cannot do short videos, let's face it. And also when I choose things, I think it's important to say, why is that song so important to one person? Or what is this song about, especially if it's not in your own language? And to say a little bit more about certain situations. Sometimes that's really important. So that's what I hope I have achieved, and to also uh, perhaps introduce some new French singers to you and for you to enjoy. And yes, so that went throughout all different year spans as well, some that are more recent than others. I wish I could have mentioned more songs, more singers, but we are limited with a number, and admittedly I've added a few extras, which is a bit naughty, but oh well, it's done now. So who am I going to tag? Well, the first person I want to tag is, and bear with me because I don't know if people I'm going to tag have done it or not. And if you have, that's great. I will have to check it out. If you haven't, but you don't want to do it, that's okay too. I don't want to put any pressure on anyone. And if you do the video, you could just simply read out a list. You don't have to explain every single song like I did. But if you want to, that's okay too. So I'm happy either way. But I really would love to hear those people's top 20. First person I want to mention is, of course, my beautiful yarny sister, Crafty Yarn Owl with Darla. Hello, Darla. Okay, tag, you're it. The next one, I haven't seen her in a while on YouTube, and admittedly because I haven't been on it. But So anyway, the next one is Gina at the Knitting Turnpike. Tag, you're it. Yes. Next one, I'm going to mention Angela, the crazy poppy lady. I would love to hear your top 20. Yes, I'm excited. So tag, you're it. Yes. Who else? I'm going to say, oh, well, I'm going to say Ursula at OM Granny Square. Yeah, I would love to hear your top 20. Tag, you are it. Yes. Who else? I want to mention also Christina at Bella Uncinetto. Bella Uncinetto. Please give me your top 20. I would love it. Tag, you are it. Shall we mention other people? There are so many we could mention. So I don't know. I don't know who's done it or not. So if you haven't done it, but you want to do it and want to be tagged, consider yourself tagged from this video and do it and let us all know. And yeah, so there we are. So that was a huge video. Oh, and I know I'm not number one singer of all time, not at all. But sometimes, especially with the French songs, I wanted to give you just a little idea of what the song sounds like. So if you're like, oh, okay, I want to listen to that, like that, okay? So anyway, I think I should end here. I've done my top 20, and I've tagged my people. And again, I want to reiterate a big thank you to Sam at Manfas Make and also beautiful Anita. I'm going to read the name of her channel. It is Queen Mama's Hillbilly House with Anita for tagging me in this wonderful, fun video to do. I can't believe I haven't done it earlier. I am so sorry. But it's done now. So all is left to do is to finish. So hope you've enjoyed this video. And oh, if you want to tell me what your top 20 is in the comment section, please write them. I would be very interested to hear what some of your favorite songs are. So thank you everyone for watching, and until the next time, happy knitting and crochet everyone.